like that. All right.
That's a song. I forget what song that was.
I have no idea. All right, everyone. Welcome to the Less Than Zero podcast. My name is Julian. Julian on the radio. Shout out to Justo right there. Usually behind the lens. He is now in front of the lens.
It's a little uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie.
Why?
It just might. No one wants to see this mug. It's okay.
No, I think it's more me.
And like I'm wearing a hat because like everyone, no one's getting their haircut right now because everything's closed. So I'm wearing a hat.
You actually could be a model.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Well, not really. I just thought it'd be nice. I don't. Just kidding.
Fine.
So listen, we're one man down. For those of you that just, listen, we're a brand new podcast, so you probably didn't even notice. But if you watch our first one, you'll see that we had Nile, on the cast. Shout out to Nile. We miss him. We're one man down. Long story, or basically just to keep it short, the building we're in changed the rules. This coronavirus is serious, man. It is definitely no joke. I was just thinking about this just a couple days ago, how serious it really is.
Everything's shutting down. Yeah. No one can go anywhere or do anything.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so the rules have changed. We totally get it, and I totally respect it, and it makes sense, but we will figure it out. Speaking of figuring it out, if any experts out there, and Justo, you and I talked about this off mic as well, the best way to continue a podcast because I've been watching a lot of people, stream, Zoom. I saw some dude from Barstool Sports do Skype. Or should we just use my house and do a podcast in the living room? What do you think? What's the difference? What's the positives? What's the negatives?
I think obviously we're using professional equipment here. That's why we sound so crispy.
Right.
But once we, if we use your house, we make kind of a cool backdrop behind us. We can do whatever we want at your house because it's your house, and I don't have to clean it up. I'll let you clean up whatever.
But then we got to buy more.
We got to buy a recorder.
Sure.
But you have mics. We just got to buy a recorder, some more of these fancy lights I got, and then we're good to go.
What about the noise though?
There ain't gonna be no noise.
Yeah,
I promise.
Cars whizzing by, all that stuff.
I mean, how loud is your house? Do you live right by under a freeway?
I see what you're saying. Okay. Or now streaming, I downloaded the House Party app too. I mean, we could use some sort of streaming.
Yeah, there's that option too, because we're 6 feet apart, just per social distancing. Don't go near anybody.
Yeah, we decided to. We made sure of that.
But it's the safest thing. That's probably that's why a lot of other podcasts, even shows. Do you watch Jimmy Fallon and all them?
Yeah.
They're all doing shows from their house, which is a crazy thing to watch because it's just Fallon at his house with a camera like this,
right? And
it's basically just YouTube videos. Have you noticed that? Have you watched any of those clips?
I watched them briefly, but then you kind of, I guess you do lose the human connection, right? Of you and I right now talking face to face.
A little bit, because you could tell he's trying to still be his showman, he's in front of an audience, but it's a little bit.
And the difference with shows like that, like the Fallon and the Kimmels and all them, is that they usually work on a set with a lot of people. That's why,
a lot of people.
Right.
That's why him being just by himself or maybe one or two other people with just a camera, it's a very different show. That's why it feels like a YouTube video. Yeah. Because YouTube is just a person in front of a camera, and they're just putting on, just making a thing. Yeah. That's why that's why that's why television is going to slowly morph into just YouTube. That's why YouTube's kind of taken over.
I totally agree. I stopped, I just started streaming probably maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
I used to pay for cable. I don't do it at all.
Yeah, I don't pay for cable either.
I don't even know why I didn't even use it. I don't even know why I was paying for it, for the past couple years. Anyway, let's talk about this real quick because are we in, I don't even know, week 2, week 3 of the shutdown?
This is the end of week 2. So we're going into 3.
Depending on when this goes out, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
As of time of recording, we're at the end of the 2 weeks.
Okay, so end of 2 weeks, and I am so bored. I'm watching, but here's the thing. I mean, I see people tweeting, I watched everything on Netflix, now what?
Yeah.
I just can't. I watch maybe 30 minutes of this, then an hour of that. Maybe I'll watch one movie, and then I'm just kind of on and gone. I've been watching the same Gary Vee webisodes, or the Gary Vee tea now. He calls it. He does Gary Vee tea now, and you and I were talking about this briefly yesterday. And I don't want to be that guy, the what if guy, but I'm going to be that what if guy, or that but guy.
Oh, are you a but guy?
That sounded really bad.
I'm more of a,
But what I'm saying is, if I was in agreement with everything that he said and all his positivity, then we wouldn't really have a conversation. And you're one of his
So you're not so do you like Gary Vee?
I do.
Are you a fan? I don't know if I don't want to say a fan, but like you watch his stuff.
I do, and I feel I get a lot of encouragement from it. I get a lot of clarity from it. So yeah, I'm like 75-80% Gary, but there's like 20% that I have a problem with.
Yeah.
But you tell me, and you already know what it is.
Yeah.
But you tell me why you're on him so much.
I don't. You make it sound like I'm just obsessed with Gary Vee.
You are
Watching every single
well,
thing.
you clearly told me yesterday.
I watched. You told me you have a poster above your bed of Gary Vee.
Well, you just said it.
Damn it! I wasn't supposed to say
No,
that.
but like, why is it so bad to question sometimes some of these guys and what they say?
You should definitely question what he says. You should question everybody. Period. Across the board. But then, never assume someone's telling the truth.
But then people say, "Oh, you're just being negative. You're a hater."
Right. A little bit. And like it's a little bit of hate is natural because you should always be maybe not hate, but you should always be mindful that maybe everything isn't exactly the way it looks when you see a 2-minute clip on Instagram of something. So like I like Gary Vee and I think he posts really good stuff. He said a couple things that kind of hit home. I was like, yeah, that's right. 100%. I'm down. And I felt inspired.
Can you be specific?
By something that he said. So he said something about I said it yesterday. What was it? You shouldn't look forward to the weekends or something like that. Or you shouldn't dread Monday. And because you should be striving to do something that you love to where you can't wait to get back to it. You shouldn't be looking forward to the weekend and hating Monday. You should love Mondays because that's you starting something again that you love to do. And I think that's a great thing to think about because, you should be doing what you love to do and it should be something you should strive for. Obviously, some people are stuck at jobs or career paths they're not super psyched about, but that should be something to inspire you and something to strive for by doing something that you love to do so you don't hate Mondays. And I think that's what he meant, but he says it in this really kind of clickbaity way that's great for a 1-minute video on Instagram, but when you sit and think about it, that's really what it is. You know what I mean?
Justo. Listen. Just listen.
You're like, no.
No. I'm just like, don't you want to be happy? I just want to be fucking happy. Don't you want to be happy?
Of course.
Don't you want to be happy? That's all he says. But yeah, I mean, he's like, he's good for mindset. Yeah, that's what I would say, mindset. But here's my issue with him.
When you're already in it, you're like, yeah, you need something to pump you up. Listen to some Gary Vee.
Here's the thing. Sometimes I feel like he's lying to his audience. He's lying, and here's why. Why, okay? And I'm watching a lot of him because I'm so bored, okay? So he was talking to some girl yesterday on his Gary T, or maybe like a week ago, whatever. And she was saying, yeah, so I'm underpaid, and I called my new fashion brand Underpaid. He goes, that's awesome. You're a genius.
That's a dope name, though. I'll give shout outs.
Okay, let me continue.
One thing I'll say right off the bat, that's a pretty cool name for a clothing brand.
Granted, cool name. He didn't go on her Instagram, didn't do any research on her.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she's a genius.
Yeah.
She goes, I just don't know which way to go. You need to do that. Alicia, you're going to be a star. I can see it. Just the 5 seconds I've talked to you, I can already tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's a psychic.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like you don't even know anything about her. You already know that she's just not putting in the work. Listen, I need you to get on 50 Twitter conversations, type in fashion, okay? And then come talk to me. Or better yet, his whole ideology of everyone he talks to, he'll do these speeches in colleges and stuff like that, universities, and he'll be like, listen to me. You sound lazy. What you need to do is humble yourself, Justo.
Yeah.
And shut up. Work for 10 years, live under your means, and then come talk to me. If you're not successful, then come talk to me. Bro, by that time, I'll be 70 years old.
Yeah.
Not everyone in life is meant to be successful.
But
he needs to say that because he's I feel like he has people in this. What's the word I'm looking for, man? My mind's playing tricks on me, man. He's doing this voodoo. He's playing this voodoo game on people. You get what I'm saying? And I fell into it too. He inspired me so much. My ass emailed him a couple times.
Nice.
Because he said to email me anytime. I emailed him. I'll even show him to you one day. And he never emailed me back.
Right. But he also gets millions of emails.
Well, then don't say email me and I promise I'll get back to you. Don't say unless you mean it.
He wasn't talking to you.
He was talking to me. Anyway.
I think, so when it comes to Gary Vee...
Don't you want to be happy, Justo? I just want you to be happy.
Everyone wants to be happy. And everyone wants to be happy. Everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants a 6-car garage. Everyone wants that bullshit. But the difference between the people who have stuff like that and who don't are people who work their ass off all the time. That aside, you do need a level of talent, and you do need to be well spoken. You need to have a mind for business. You need a lot of things.
You need a lot of luck too, man.
And a lot of luck. But you'd be surprised how far you can get when you just work your ass off every day.
Agreed. And I'm all about working your ass off. But there are also people that work really hard, and at the end of the day, sometimes it just doesn't happen for them, man. I know some people.
Sometimes people just suck. Yeah, and that happens. And I get that.
Go ahead.
Gary is talking to people. He's trying. His goal is to inspire people.
Okay.
He's casting a wide net to everybody. Whoever's listening, it's like, hey, here's something to inspire you today, to go out and make your dreams come true. Not everybody is going to have their dreams come true, which sucks. But as someone who's just trying to throw stuff out there for the handful of people who will hear it, take some value from it, and move forward in their life from that piece of advice. You can't take everything super literal. You should take, I think it all comes from a sincere place, and you should take bits and pieces of it, of what applies to you and whatever you're trying to do.
So he just needs to say that. Just say, hey, listen, man, I'm not a genie. You can rub my belly, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you're going to make it to be successful, but you sound like you got a good head on your shoulders. And at the end of the day, what choice do you really have?
Maybe you should try rubbing his belly. I think that would work.
No.
Be like, Gary, lay down and just rub his belly, and then we'll see what happens.
No.
You'll end up in jail, but something will happen.
But you do get what maybe. But you do get what I'm saying.
I do get what you're saying.
Just say, listen, man, I can only give you the best advice possible based off my success, and it might happen, it might not. Chances are it will if you just, do what I say and don't give up. He really should just say like that.
I think he said stuff like that. He's dialed it back before in chats. Like, listen, I'm just trying to help whoever's listening. I feel like he said that. But I get what you mean, because there's another aspect of him, and like motivational speakers in general, not just him. Mm-hmm. They're making money off of this advice, and that inherently should make you think twice of what they're saying, because they're trying to get viewers, they're trying to get listeners, they're trying to make $1 based on these motivational thoughts and snippets. Snippets. Thank you.
I was absorbing what you're saying.
Thank you.
Snippets, okay.
Like they're making money off of this. So like inherently there's something dark about it because of that. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. If you're a motivational speaker, just adding on to what you're saying, they are caking right now. What I mean is, like, everyone's at
especially
home,
during this.
Everyone's looking for, including myself, maybe you, everyone's looking for content. Everyone's looking for hope.
Yeah.
Because that's all we got.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where this comes into play. Now,
that's why people are listening. Anyone who says that they have the answer, people are going to listen to it. And hey, follow these 3 steps and you're going to be happy. Well, that's people love simplicity. People love be like, oh, okay, 1, 2, 3, I got it. I'll be happy. Let's do it. But that's obviously, life isn't that simple. And but there have been people like that, not just motivational speakers, but even cults, cult leaders. That's what they're offering people, is I have the answers. Give me all of your money, all of your women, and you will go to heaven. That's the same thing. Everyone's just trying to figure it out at the end of the day. And,
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
That's why the dude from Tiger King that we were talking about last time, the dude with the gray hair, he's a cult leader. He's telling these women.
Hold on. Are you talking about Doc Antle?
I don't remember.
The guy with the long gray hair?
Long gray hair.
And he had 5
chubby.
wives?
Yeah, he had 5 wives.
Yeah.
He's a cult leader. He's telling these women, I have the answers. You'll be happy. I play with these tigers. He keeps them.
He plays with these tigers in bed.
And yeah, exactly. Come pet these tigers. And then, he makes them work all the time so that they can't really think about it. These are all cult tactics. And he offers them something that they feel that they don't have, and they feel happy so that they stay with him and do whatever he says. And that's a cult.
You seem to know a lot about it. Do you have experience?
I'm a cult leader.
Are you?
I have a church of 16 people. I make them all wear red hats, purple shirts, and green pants.
Okay.
That's a requirement.
Okay.
If they don't have those on 24/7, then they get shunned out.
How can people contact you if they want to join?
Go to
let me give out your phone number.
CultofJusto.com. And then I have all the answers to live a perfectly happy life. and you will never be sad or angry again.
Or better yet, you're in the Bay, 510. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, real quick thing about the Tiger King. So did you finally see it?
I watched like half of it. I haven't finished it yet.
So you didn't like it because you only watched half? I
liked it. I just haven't gotten to the point yet. We just haven't watched the whole thing. I'm like halfway through.
What do you think so far?
I think it's dope. He's a trip. What's his name?
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic. He reminds me of, honestly, he reminds me of my dad. My dad is a dialed back version of Joe Exotic. 100%.
Wait, he looks like that?
He looks like that.
He's got the mullet?
He doesn't have a mullet, but back in the day, he had a mullet. He has bright blonde hair. He had a bright blonde mullet.
Does he have all the piercings?
No, but he has tattoo. My dad's tatted up. He has full tattoos on his arms, his neck, his legs. Like he has hella tattoos. My dad's a crazy guy.
Does he have guns, like holsters all over his legs?
No, but he has guns.
Oh,
he lives up in northern California, where there's like a bunch of people have guns there.
So he probably saw Tiger King before he came out.
They probably had a beer together at some point. They probably know each other.
Man,
I wouldn't doubt it. My dad's a trip.
Shout out to your dad.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a man crush, but man,
on some Joe Exotic?
I'm straight, but I just want to, free Joe Exotic, bro, because I love this guy.
I didn't finish it. Didn't he try to kill a lady, though?
Hold on. I
didn't finish it, but
I'll just give it away because it's been out there so long.
Yeah. Spoilers for Tiger King.
Yeah, so he basically went to jail, from what I understand, for attempting to put a hit out. So he got caught trying to hire someone, and it got caught on.
Bad.
Yeah, it got caught on tape trying to have Carol. I forgot her last name. Carol,
the weird lady who killed her husband.
Carol killed. But here's the thing, he's just a likable guy.
Of course.
You ever meet
he's a blast.
You ever meet like a villain, but that villain is so cool you want to hang out with him?
Like Loki. Oh, you don't watch Marvel movies?
I don't, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Tom Hiddleston?
Yes.
There's a man crush for you. Tom Hiddleston?
Wait, wasn't he the guy
He's Loki. He's the dude. What else is he in?
No, he dated Taylor Swift, right?
Did he? Oh, yeah. He dated Taylor Swift for a cool minute. Yeah.
Okay. That's all I know about him.
There you go. You win.
But yeah, like Joe Exotic is that guy. It's almost like, for me, I'm not saying what he did was right.
Right. Of course.
But man, you can't help but to like that guy.
You can't help it. That's why going back to cult leaders are likable people. That's why they're able to draw them in. They're fun. They're interesting to talk to.
Was he a cult leader?
He was attempting to be, because he had 2 husbands, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. He did.
So
at the same time.
like, if he was given I feel like he had good, out of all of those crazy ass people on that show.
Yeah,
I feel like he had the best intentions.
He did.
He honestly just wanted a zoo and have tigers and to make a buck
and sing those country songs of his.
Yeah, those awesome country songs.
Those are hits,
dude. My wife and I were watching it and we were like, "What is this?" As soon as it played the country music video,
I saw a tiger and a tiger saw me. What do you think?
That was beautiful. You should make your own country album.
Maybe
you can, dude. Are there any Asian country singers?
No, I don't think we belong in the country world.
You don't think so?
Well, I mean, I don't know many.
There's Asian people in like Minnesota.
Why do you say Minnesota?
I don't know. That was the first southern state I could think of.
I don't know.
Texas? I don't know.
Hey, quick question, because you were telling me about how I remember him having 2 husbands.
Yeah.
Did you know that both those guys, from what I remember in that doc, both of them were straight?
Yeah. Oh no. The other dude, the younger kid,
No, they both were straight.
Really?
If you watch the ending, I just gave it away. Yeah, they both were straight. How do you talk?
See, that's what I'm saying about cult leaders. They will do that.
Well,
they'll brainwash you, man.
Is it that, or the fact that he has a zoo? He bought them trucks. He bought them things, man. And if you're coming from nothing, the guy had no teeth. Well, one of the guys has no teeth, right? Yeah. So you're saying, hey, I'm going to give you a place to live. I'm going to give you some food. I'm going to give you a dope ass truck, and some guns.
Tigers, like you live like a pampered life compared to what they were.
So
they're like. I'll turn gay. I'll turn gay for some money.
So you think so? The whole thing was an act.
Yeah.
They never were really gay, or do you think maybe they questioned to be like, oh well, maybe I am.
It's hard to say, obviously, but it sounds like they were like on the edge. Like they were maybe at most like bi-curious or some level of it, and then they met Exotic, and he was like, showered them with gifts and like turned totally gay, come to my side, and they're like, okay, and then just kind of went with the flow. You'd be surprised what you can convince people to do.
Justo, just imagine you're single. Okay, and you meet a man.
For the record, I would never do that.
Hold on.
I say that now.
Hold on. Okay. Just imagine.
What? Okay.
Hold on. In the situation that we're in right now, okay, you meet a man and he says, listen, come live with me, marry me. I'm going to give you all these lavish gifts. I'm going to buy you a Tesla truck. Ooh. You come live with me for a couple years.
The Cybertruck?
I will give you the new Cybertruck.
Ooh.
I will give you $5 million.
Wow.
What do you do?
Here's $5 million.
$5 million.
I would say, what do I have to do exactly?
You know hey, Justo, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do.
I won't do it. I'm sorry. That's
Really?
a lot of money. Okay, wait.
I just said $5 million.
Yeah, $5 million is a lot of dollars.
5 years. After 5 years, he'll let you loose. You can live the rest
5
of your
years?
life. Yes.
No, I'm cool.
$1 million a year.
I'm cool. I'm good.
Wait, you're cool which way?
I'm not going to do it for 5 years. That's way too long.
Oh, man, I would do it.
If it was like...
I do it without thinking. What are you talking about?
For 5 years? You're going to be his butt buddy for 5 years?
People... You don't even say it like that. $5 million, most people, I would say 99% of people are never going to make that their entire lifetime.
Right, 100%.
Think about your family. Think about your future.
Right. No, I don't want to do it.
Yes, you say that now, but if the money was in front of you,
if it was like a one-time thing, like, hey, here's $5 million for one night. Maybe. And I'd be like, all right, what are we doing exactly? Do I have to do anything to you? Do you to me? Like, all right, maybe. But like, I don't think I could. 5 years is a long time. That's a lifestyle change.
Absolutely. What do you
mean?
You
are now like, that's your life.
Right.
For 5 years. If you do anything for 5 years, that's your life.
Speaking of money, that's a big problem here. That's definitely a big problem. What I know you're still working your job.
Yeah, I have my day job.
Are you worried at all, man? Like, no. I don't want to keep it like super like, I don't want to get like depressing.
For the Corona thing,
I'm worried, yeah.
For Big Miss Rona.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to my wife about this the other day, right? Because I work at I could say it. I work at Costco. So obviously there's been a lot of headlines with Costco right now as far as people going in and buying all this damn toilet paper and all these things.
Actually, I was there the other day. You guys have
we have hella toilet paper now.
No, but you guys are limiting it. You had a sign.
You can only buy one per person, per card. Yeah, you can only buy one. Because people are coming in and buying a million of them. And I was like, we have to give people a chance. So you just limit it one per membership.
Can I ask a Costco related question?
Of course. I bet people are curious about it because, like,
I don't understand. This is not even Costco. Just like in general, what is it with the toilet paper, Justo? No, like. Honestly, serious question. Like, why are people so... Because the manager there told me, like, people line up, like, at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Do people think that it's going to run out or it's the end of the world? Like, what's the issue here?
Honestly?
Yeah, tell me.
I've been asking that question since this whole thing started, and I have no idea. I've asked people, like, who come in to shop at Costco, hey, why are you trying to buy all the toilet paper? And they're just like, we just need toilet paper. Everyone just says they need toilet paper, but that can't be everyone's reason. I have no idea why everyone's buying all the toilet paper. And it's been such a headache there. Like, our store opens at 7 a.m. and people are lining up at 5 to get there. To get in and like try to get all the stuff and try to get their toilet paper, try to get water for the long rice, Spam, all this kind of stuff. Like, they're doomsday prepping. But like that the only reason there's a shortage on toilet paper is because everyone was rushing the stores to buy all the toilet paper.
And then you got to wait the next day for a new supply, right?
It could take up to 2 days to get more because every store needs toilet paper. So when your own specific store, whenever the main place where we get all our supplies from, whenever they're able to send it to them, they'll send it to them.
That also, I noticed cleaning supplies. You know those like disinfectant wipes, like,
all that stuff.
Like, I'll go every day, not to Costco, but to like Safeway, and it's gone.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Like,
obliterated.
There's no shortage issue, right? It's just people just being hogs. That's really what it is. It's fear.
The only shortage is because everyone's just buying them all. That's the only reason. Yeah.
But I'm talking about the trucks going to the actual establishment. Yeah. It's not that.
No, not at all.
It's just a demand thing. People are it's driven by fear, really.
That's all it is. I was talking to someone about this too, that it's all just driven by fear. And when people are scared, they do crazy things when they're scared. They do crazy things when they're scared. Like a week or two back, some people got into a fight over Lysol wipes. We brought out a pallet of Lysol wipes and they just rushed this pallet. Like, everyone was grabbing it to the point where they had all the managers and staff had to like surround this pallet of Lysol wipes.
Stop!
Like, yeah, that's like don't go.
Pallet police.
Stop, 100%. And like they had to hand them to people and make like a line and try to make it as organized as possible because people were going nuts for it. So like so if you're shopping, be nice to the people working at Costco, at Safeway, all the grocery stores.
Yeah.
Just be nice. Don't be a dick. Just get what you need and be friendly and just go.
I agree, man.
That's my advice for anyone who's trying to shop.
So sometimes I'll see people in line just giving the managers a hard time. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
man?
just yelling at them like, why don't you have toilet paper? Why don't you have Lysol wipes? Like, no one has it.
Be glad that they're there to even answer your questions and deal
100%.
with you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a very I don't know, spoiled is a word.
I think it's entitlement.
Entitlement.
One thing that's my pet peeve in the world is entitlement.
When people act like that.
Yeah.
And
Can't take it.
Not to get too deep, but that comes from how you're raised.
Yeah.
I always believe that how someone acts and how someone is based off their environment, is based off how they're raised.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
You're born with entitlement, then you're going to act like that.
100%.
You know? And if you're born humble, then you're going to act like that. You're going to appreciate things, the small things in life a little bit more or a lot more than people that weren't raised that way.
For sure.
Hey, quick question. Let me throw at you. Tell me if this is a crazy thing that I asked. And in general, I think this should be like a rule. Okay? So if you live in big cities, or it doesn't even matter, like, you're in a situation where you're paying rent. Are we good? On the
We're at 27 minutes. So
okay.
we're good.
Okay, so if you're in a situation where you really are having a difficult time paying your rent, okay, and your landlord, you call your landlord, and let's just say your landlord is loaded.
Yeah.
Like they're
Which
rich.
they are.
Right. Well, my situation, they are. I don't know. Do you rent?
Yeah, we rent.
Okay.
Sure.
What are your thoughts on a policy or a mandate of discounting the rent?
Didn't they? I know discounting the rent is harder to do, but didn't California pass a thing where they're not allowed to evict you because of this whole thing? I'm pretty sure that happened like a couple days ago. I don't know.
Is that a policy, or did they actually just prolong it?
A policy, and I don't know what the time span was. Forever couple months, like people aren't allowed to evict you right now because of this whole thing, because people aren't working and they can't afford rent.
Let me throw something at you. So let's say landlord charges normally like $2,000.
Yeah.
Right. And you say, hey, listen, it's a really difficult time right now. Could you go $1,000? And they say, okay, but you got to pay back within the next 3 or 4 months. Mm-hmm. Now, my idea is for the people that are in difficult, dire straits, and the landlords that are already loaded, that they're rich, is it too much to ask? Why not just give us a break? Just give those people a break and charge half or whatever, $1,000 until this epidemic is over, or for the next 3 or 4 months. Is that a crazy thing to
put out there?
Yeah.
Not at all. I think that's super fair, especially for people, especially here in the Bay Area where rent is ridiculous and it doesn't need to be this high to begin with. I think it's fair to be like, hey, times are hard. Nothing is open. I'm not working. I'm not making it, or is not working as much. I can't afford rent. Can you cut a deal for the next couple months? Put the rent down. That's 100% fair.
Sure, no problem.
I think if a renter is not a monster, they should be able to accommodate something.
Here's the thing. They say, sure, no problem, Justo. Let me see. Let me look at my notes. I'm just going to write everything down. So we're going to start half rent. It's, what month is it now? April? Okay, great. Now, when do you plan on paying the rest back?
Probably in September.
So you're okay with paying the rest back? No.
Oh,
see, my whole thing is, so I call my landlord and I say, listen, can you work something out with me? Can we do half? And they're like, yeah, we could do something. And then they start telling me, so when do you plan on paying the rest back? Right.
That's where it gets, that's messed up.
It is messed up, right?
It's super messed up. So the same thing happened at my wife's job. So she, her store shut down, and basically she's not getting paid during this whole thing. So her job offered her, like, we'll still pay you, but once you start working, we're going to start taking pieces of your check to pay us back for those times that we paid you and you weren't working. And like, we were like, that's the stupidest thing in the world. We don't want to have to pay back at the time when it's not our fault the store's shut down. So it's the same kind of thing, just for her work paying her.
Yeah, basically they're just giving you a loan.
Yeah, just a loan. It's like, no, we don't want a loan. We want you to pay. Like, it's not fair to just shut us out when, it's not anyone's fault that this happened. So
I guess, is there a solution? Like, what do you think? There's nothing we can do. I don't know, man.
It's a rough thing. That's what people are talking about. That's why apparently everyone's getting checks in the mail from the government. Apparently, it's like $1,000.
Don't get me started on that, because it's like what? I think it's like, if you're single, it's like, if it's a one-time payment.
Yeah, it's a one-time payment. Which, like, I'm torn on it because like it's a nice thought, but at the same time, it's not really going to do anything for people who need it.
Absolutely.
Like if you need money right now, like $1,000 isn't going to take you very far.
Absolutely.
Especially here. Like that won't even cover my rent.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, do you think there's a chance it might go like monthly? Then that'd be a different story. In Canada, I heard they're paying paying people like every month.
Canada? I'm about to move to Canada. I'm about to say forget everything about to be Canadian. Canada sounds awesome.
Free healthcare.
Free healthcare. It's beautiful.
Where are they getting
have great coffee. I'm going to Canada.
Where are they getting this money? That's what I don't get.
Yeah, I'm not super. I got a C+ in political science.
Taxes or something. I mean, they're paying
taxes is what I assume.
Right.
Like they pay higher taxes,
sure,
but then they get all of these services and paid off because of that.
So in my mind, I'm thinking if I actually called my landlord and said, can you imagine me saying, hey, listen, I just think that you should just let me pay half for the next, couple months.
Yeah.
And they're going to ask me to pay them back. I'd be like, well, no, I don't think so because you're rich.
Right.
Now, these people are 80 years old.
Yeah, they're like, okay.
They're so like...
What do they have to lose?
Well, that's what I want to say to them. Guys,
they're going to get corona in a week.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, look, no. I mean, I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
They're at the end of their life. They own 40 duplexes, bro.
Yeah.
They are rich.
They're not getting anything, like, they have nothing to lose cutting you rent.
But can you imagine if I say that to them?
You should say that to them.
Yeah, but then what if they kick me out?
They're not allowed to evict you right now.
Nah, but I don't want to, can you imagine? Because it comes off super polarizing.
A little bit.
Like if I say, what, you don't plan on paying us back? No. Why? Well, because you're rich and you're 80.
Right.
Like if I said it just like that, but that's the truth. You're rich. If you were broke and you're just you had a note to pay on it, that'd be a different story.
Yeah. They would be very offended by saying it, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
There's no way to talk to them and be like, hey, listen, times are rough. Nothing's working. Everything's shut down. I need some help with rent. It's not going to happen.
No, they're stuck in their ways. They're like, they're 80, man. One thing I learned about old people, no offense, man, but, the older you are, the more anal you are, and the small details become everything.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, my mom is the exact same way. Everything is a chore to her.
Yeah.
So, for example, cleaning the dishes, she writes it down. Like, it's a job.
Yeah.
That's
another way of thinking of it.
Clean the dish. Like, for example, she'd go, I have a lot of job to do today. Mom, what do you mean? You've been retired. What's your job today? Well, I have to wash the dishes at 10 a.m. I have to argue with the bank at 12 noon.
Does she write argue with bank?
She literally does.
What is she arguing with them for?
Like anyone
is that a daily thing? Every day at 12 o'clock, I call my bank and argue with them?
Here's my impression with my mom. I have lots and stuff. Here's my, my mom's Asian mom.
Yeah.
Lots and lots. And she always emphasizes lots to do, lots of stuff to do. Okay, mom, like what? Well, I have to argue with bank. They try to cheat me. They try to cheat. Everyone's always trying to cheat her.
She sounds adorable.
Oh, wait till you meet her. She's a gem. She keeps everything. Those people that are so honest, they don't realize they're being honest, or they say everything.
Yeah, they just go whatever's off the top.
They go absolutely rogue.
Yeah.
That is her.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
Another thing real quick. I saw Diddy a couple days ago. By the time you see this, maybe like a week ago. I thought it was an awesome meme or this post he put on social media. He said barbershops, like hair spots, need to be essential businesses.
Oh, that's why I'm wearing a hat.
Bro.
I can't cut my hair.
Bro, what are you going to do if this thing goes on for 2 or 3 more months?
We're all going to look like Tom Hanks at the end of Castaway. Yeah, that's 100% what it's going to be.
But serious question, what are you going to do?
Everyone's going to have to try to cut their own hair. Have you ever cut your own hair?
Sideburns and stuff.
Yeah? That doesn't count. That's shaving.
So no,
that's
I
your
haven't.
face.
No.
Never cut your own hair?
No.
I cut my own hair once. Did not turn out well. I ended up just doing a buzz cut. I messed it up. I tried to give myself a fade, and it did not work, especially towards the back. It's impossible.
Well, you're lucky.
People do it. I don't know how people do it.
Well, if you're cohabitating in a place, you're lucky because your significant. Let me repeat that.
Yeah.
Your significant other can cut your hair, so you're blessed.
Eventually, I'm going to ask her to do it and see what I'm going to make a YouTube video about it of her trying to cut my hair. I don't think she...
What do you think should be essential business? What other businesses that are non-essential right now you think should be categorized as essential?
So here in California, dispensaries are considered an essential business. Did you know this?
Why?
Because they're for people's medication. So you can go. Okay. So most dispensaries are open right now. So you can go get a dime bag of weed right now. Go home, eat your food that you stored up. Use your toilet paper, and you're all set.
Okay,
watch Netflix.
Is there any Yeah, I mean, I don't really. So you're saying people. So basically, people that
people think that. Well, I kind of get it, but like weed apparently is an essential business. That's why they're open. Is that kind of crazy?
That is crazy, but then
it's a different world.
But it's not my world. But you need to show proof, right?
Not in California. No, it's legal here.
So anyone can just walk in.
Anyone over 21.
Really?
Yeah, with the ID?
It's not my space.
No,
not at all.
You didn't know this,
bro? No, I mean, I don't mess with it, man. I smoke dude. Last time I smoked was like
84.
No, I wasn't born then, Justo. 5 years ago.
Okay.
Like, I'm one of those guys that if someone like recreationally has it and just smoking, I might do it. And that was like a long time ago. I'm just not around it.
It was a big thing, man. Like the fact that it's completely legal, that you can just go and buy it with no questions asked, it's a big deal.
So what's non-essential right now that you think should be essential?
Oh, man.
Diddy says...
What did Diddy say?
Well,
Besides haircuts?
No, he said barbershops.
Barbershops?
I agree
think those should be open.
Yeah.
Even though there's like, barbershops... what's another essential business? I can't think. Everything that I can think of is just food related, and most food places are open.
I think it depends on the person. Like, for example,
for me, food stuff is an essential thing. Okay. I'm lucky. Well, most fast food restaurants are open.
But let's say you make your money in different ways. Let's say you flip sneakers. Right?
Oh yeah.
So I'll flip some sneakers. Tell me what you think, honestly. So if that's one of my side hustles, making money, and the sneaker shops are closed, don't you think that if they do they could create a case-by-case basis, almost like an appointment?
I think so. People can work
that. To me, that's essential business.
For sure. As long as, if there are precautions you put in place to try to, appointment only or, distances and stuff like that.
Or even, Go ahead.
There's a lot of things, it sucks, too, because this whole thing, because I do photography and stuff. I'm freelance. And I have had a number of jobs lined up that are completely canceled because of this whole thing, because you can't have a wedding right now.
Well, I understand that because you have a lot of people in one place.
Right, for sure. But at a sneaker, you think sneakers is Foot Locker open? It's not, right?
No, Foot Locker isn't open. I'm talking about more like the sneaker boutiques. You know what I mean? Like if one of your sources of income is buying and selling, and those places are closed, then I'm kind of shut down on some residual income.
Do you use eBay or
not
any other
income,
digital things to sell shoes or buy shoes, anything like that?
Sometimes, but it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Really?
Yeah,
you gotta ship it and do all these things.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And sometimes you just deal with people that one time, or actually a couple times, I've had people return it to me for some BS reasons.
Really?
I just don't like dealing with it. I like
it's a slightly different shade of blue than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I almost think also, and I know, call me crazy, I almost think because I like going to maybe I'm just thinking about myself. I like going to movie theaters.
Oh, yeah. And I'm upset that I can't watch, no new movies are out now. You can't watch a movie now.
But here's the thing. If you have social distancing, 6 feet apart. Yeah. Imagine you only had a set allotment of people allowed at each screening. Why, you know what I mean? You're giving those people that work at movie theaters jobs.
Right.
You're giving us other people entertainment and keeping them from going crazy.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, bro, I don't know about you. You're working. You're working every day.
I'm working. But for people like my wife who's stuck at home, she's going crazy, not leaving the house for what has been 2 weeks.
And I mean this literally. I don't mean this like as a joke. Imagine if this thing goes, and I'm not trying to scare you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to scare you. But in 2 months, what do you think your wife is going to be like?
If
she may not be your wife anymore.
She's going.
I'm just kidding.
She's going to hate everything. She's going to be. This sounds really mean. I don't. If she's watching, I'm sorry. But you'll become like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. If you're stuck inside for too long.
Can you do that impression?
I can't do that impression.
Well, no, because I'm not. I know Gollum is, but I just need to see it.
You're not going to make me do a Gollum impression.
You know what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to bait you.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I just don't know.
But you're just curled up in a ball,
sunlight, man.
It's just you can't.
Hold on.
Everyone is going to be Gollum in another 2 weeks. Can
you do that one more time?
I cannot do that one more time.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Sunlight.
So
you think we're just going to turn into these creatures?
These creatures. You ever see The Descent?
No.
Bro, watch The Descent tonight, where these girls go into this underground cavern, and there's these monsters, these people turn into monsters because they've been underground for their entire life. And they're going to become these monsters from The Descent, where they're totally blind and pale and just go... and just fucking scared of sunlight.
Sunlight, what is this? Let me go back to my cave. Right.
That's going to be all of us in another 2 weeks.
All right, guys. Well, this is what you have to look forward to, man. Hopefully, enjoy this.
Not to be negative.
No,
yeah, take a walk, bro. Take a walk.
Yeah, bro. Don't get me on that, man. There's only so many walks you can go to, and the thing is, when you walk, I want to go somewhere. I can go nowhere.
Yeah, just wander around.
Dude, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah,
like the malls are closed. I want to at least look at something.
Just walk on the sidewalk.
Yes.
Yeah. There's nothing to see.
It's like ghost town.
For sure.
Anyway.
You
want to do the Gollum impression one more time?
No, I don't want to do that.
Before we end it? All right,
that's not even a Gollum impression.
Hey, it worked for me.
My precious.
Thank you.
That's it.
All right, like
that's
us.
My Gollum.
Like us, subscribe us, and we appreciate you. Till next time, let's go, man.